Hi Pokefans, welcome back to my Pokemon Scarlet gameplay, part 28. In the last episode, we went ahead and defeated the fairy crew and got to know more about their storyline. In this episode, I'll be going ahead and completing the Path of Legends storyline. It's quite important and I think we have already defeated 4 titans. The last one is actually in Casaroya Lake, so I'm gonna make my way over there and we're gonna be challenging it and defeating it in this episode. I think this was the valley in which we ended out last episode, so let me make my way back to the lake. By the way, I've already explored this lake once in the last episode, so I'm not gonna be exploring it. As far as the Titan location goes, according to the map, it's actually in the island that's quite close to where we are. So I did go ahead and set it as my destination. Let's make our way over there. I'm actually excited to see what the Titan might look like and what is the conclusion for Arvin's storyline. Of course, we will also get the final power for our Koraidon as well. And as far as I've seen, I think it's power to climb up the rocks or cliffs. So quite helpful. Right here, I'm also trying to avoid Veluza. It's irritating Pokemon if you are swimming in the lake. As you might have seen, it's quite fast and very hard to dodge. But once we do come into this island, you might see that there are a lot of Pokemons just lying around. I think it's called Tatsugiri and it's actually a part water and dragon type Pokemon. You might see many of them here, and the goal for us is actually to find the largest one. That is gonna be the Titan Pokemon. So looking around the islands, I don't see any of these being large. So let me go to this small partition right here. And I think we might have found one. Yep, I think I found the larger one. It's actually at the end right here. If you might have seen, it actually is way larger than the other ones. So I think this is the Titan. Let me also go ahead and quickly switch up my team members. Since we are kind of battling a lot of water type Pokemon here, I think it's better to have Muscrad up in front. After talking to it, okay. I did not expect that. And of course, we have another Pokemon. It's called Dondozo and apparently it's the Titan Pokemon. I thought it was Tatsugiri, but apparently not. Either way, we were able to take it down in one hit. I mean, Dondozo is just a water type Pokemon, so we are able to almost one-shot it. Now, let's quickly take this one down so that it will go ahead and go to where the Herba Mystica is gonna be. Of course, my Muscrada is a bit confused here, but I was lucky enough to hit another energy ball. There we go. We have, I think, taken it down. And of course, it tries to escape from us. Well, since it's swimming away, we do have to kind of follow it. Alright, we do know in which direction it went. So let's actually follow it and see where it ends up. It seems to be going to the island right here. By the way, the island it's actually traveling to is the largest island on this lake. So definitely seems to be the area where we might find the Herba Mystica. Let me go ahead and follow it. Hopefully we get to the lake or the cave pretty soon. Right here it actually disappeared, which means we are much closer. Let me... never mind. I thought I almost got away, but of course not. Either way, I can still take it down with an energy ball. Just because it interrupted me in between. But you do have to be a bit careful. These guys are pretty strong. And now that we have defeated it, let me actually look around. I mean, the Pokemon completely disappeared. So the only thing left to do is kind of look around. Alright, I think I found it. Here it is. And look how huge it is. I mean, definitely Dondozos are quite huge. I have seen some of them in the lake, but it is not that huge. And here comes Irwin. Dash, did you find the Titan? So that's it? Sure is one big dragon. Wait, is it even a dragon or is it a fish? Huh. Definitely confusing, I know. And of course it eats the Tatsugiri once more. The little sushi guy got eaten up by the Titan. Yeesh, didn't expect to see the food chain in action today. I mean, that is true. Of course, we do get challenged by the Titan a second time. Alright, I think we are ready. I still have Miss Clara up in front. And I think we'll have an easier time with this one. As usual, let me go ahead and go with the energy ball. This time it seems Irwin has redone in his team. And definitely he did have different Pokemons for each of these Titans. That was a pretty good damage right there. I think in the next turn we'll be able to take down the Titan Pokemon. Alright, I was expecting Redun to kind of use a physical type move, but it did not. Either way, we are able to defeat it in 2 turns, so that was pretty cool. Alright, now that we have defeated the Titan, let's see what happens next. And there he goes. We did it, Dash! Now that the Titan's taken care of, next up on the menu is that Herba Mystica. Yep, that's true. Whoa, the little sushi guy escaped without becoming that thing's lunch. Yep, definitely seems like it escaped. What? Does that thing want to fight too? That's surprising. Yep, we have a second Titan Pokemon. Apparently both of them are. And of course we have another battle right here. In this turn, I did go ahead with terrestrializing my team member. Now, even though grass type move doesn't really work on this Pokemon, I still think we'll be able to use our fairy type move. Thankfully, New Scarlet did have one, so I think we shouldn't have too much of an issue. Definitely that was pretty good damage. Play Rough is a really good move, and I really like to have some diversity in my Pokemon moves. I think that's the reason why most of my team members do have different movesets. I'm really glad for it as well. In this case, definitely Play Rough is helping us. Now, if your grass type Pokemon does not have a fairy type move at this point, you can definitely switch into your fairy type Pokemon as well. But if it does, I think it's a fun battle. Sadly, Greedent did faint right here, which means I do have to take on Tatsugiri the Titan Pokemon by myself. Of course, not sure why they say this is the false dragon, but I mean, it is a dragon type after all. So probably they should have updated the name for this one, saying Tatsugiri the Dragon Titan. Either way, I think it should be pretty fine. For the second turn, I did use Night Slash, and luckily we got another crit hit and almost took down the Pokemon. Last turn, I did go with another Play Rough. And there we go, we have defeated the second Titan Pokemon as well. I definitely do have to come back here at some point and try to catch this one. I'm not really sure how to find this Titan Pokemon, but I think probably you'll be able to find it where you encountered it in the first place. For now, let's continue with the storyline and see what happens next. Phew, nice job, Dash. That's my hardworking little bud. Maybe the Titan was both these Pokemons together, like some kind of combo meal. Yeah, that's what even I'm thinking at this point, but let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about that. The little one came out of here, which means there should be some Herba Mystica inside. Let's go, Dash. As usual, we have another cave to explore. So let's enter it. I'm actually interested to see how this storyline actually concludes. After all, this is the last Titan Pokemon. That must be it. Okay, he did find one. And here it is. This time we have the last herba mystica, which let's see in this case is gonna be a spicy one. Personally, I really like spicy food, so I am really happy to see it here. So it seems spicy herba mystica is supposed to boost your metabolism. It gives your circulation a boost and helps flush out all those toxins, along with a ton of sweat. I mean, that's correct. You know what's next? It's chow time. Alright, I guess he is gonna be preparing his famous sandwich. Let's see what kind of photo we're gonna have this time. After all, this is our last herba mystica sandwich from Irwin. Squeeze this bias right and cry beautiful tears of friendship as you eat, okay? Now that's something to see. But here it is. Definitely looks a lot scary. Alright, let's see what happens next. Here we are, both sitting down to eat. And as usual, Koraidon comes out from its Pokeball. I guess it wants a bite on the sandwich. And of course, I'll be giving my sandwich to it, or in this case, share half of it. And let's see what happens next. This is where it gets its full power, as this is the last one. And of course, we can climb up vertical surfaces. I guess it's Mabustif's turn then. Yep, that's correct. And here it is. Let's see if it does get fully healed after eating the last herba mystica. Come on, bud, eat up. As usual, he gives it a part of the sandwich. It's gonna make you all better, I promise. Dash and I, we really did our best to get this for you. We're gonna play with your favorite ball as much as you want. You know, just like we used to. Please, get better. That's all I want, really. And for some reason, my eye is going to that random Pokeball on the floor. Not really sure what happened there, but there is definitely a floating Pokeball here. And of course, Mabustif is actually eating its sandwich right here. It is a kind of a long cutscene and I got scared for a bit. But of course, here we are back. You did your best, bud. Did it work? Did it not work? I'm hoping it did. I guess it was supposed to be this Pokeball that falls down, but look at that! Mabustif actually woke up and it's actually walking and wagging its tail. So I guess it did get healed. This is actually a really good cutscene right here. Definitely really good one. I think the storyline was pretty amazing and yep. Mabustif is now fully healed. I think Path of Legends was a really good storyline. Personally, I think I really enjoyed defeating all the titans and getting to know more about Irwin and Mabustif's story. But we still don't know the backstory of it. I'm hoping we'll get to know more. Let's see what happens next. Maybe we'll get to know something more from Irwin right here. Our Rotom phone is ringing. Hello Dash, this is Sarah. What? It seems Koraidon has regained all of its power, except for the power to battle. It should now be able to climb up any vertical surfaces it grabs on while you are riding upon it. That's cool. I guess we do have to use our B button to kind of jump and climb on the cliff. I knew you were the right one to entrust it to, Dash. Listen to you, like you had anything to do with it. That voice. Irwin, are you there? I have been searching so long for a way to reach you. Because no one else could get into my lab but you. Excuse me? Well, definitely something's up. Please take Dash back to the lighthouse with you. To the lab on Poco Path. I will reach out once more when you arrive there. Okay. What's up with that? I wonder what's happening. I'm actually confused. Why are we going there? I hope Arvind can explain. I guess you probably already know. But that's my mom. Always buried under her work of pursuing her own research. Never at home with me. That's the first time I've ever heard her voice in years, you know? And now what? The first time I get to be treated like some kind of errand boy? Yeah, I kind of feel bad for this guy. She's seriously unbelievable. But I'm guessing you and Coradon probably want to go, eh? Not gonna lie, I feel like my blood's boiling. But sure, fine. I'll get you into the lab. What else can I do? The lab is off Poco Path at the lighthouse where you and me first met. So we have to make our way there. Come on, let's get moving before I change my mind. Okay, so that is gonna be our next destination. And of course, I think it's pretty easy. I mean, Mom, where have you been all this time? I mean, there's definitely something going on in between Professor Sada and Arvind right here, which I think we'll get to know if we make our way there. Thankfully, we do have an option to fly directly to the lighthouse, so let me make my way there and let's see what happens next. Now, before you make your way to the lighthouse itself, I would definitely recommend you guys go ahead and heal up your team members in Las Paltos. This is because if you go near the lighthouse and talk to Arvind, you will have a cutscene start. And after that, I think you don't really get a chance to kind of heal your team members in between. So definitely it's to your advantage if you do go ahead and heal up your team members. Right here I did heal up my team and I think we are ready. Once you come right here, there is another cutscene that's gonna start. Right? And of course we are first. Here comes Arvind. Seriously, you beat me here? Well, this is the lab. I used to come here to play all the time when I was a kid. So that's how he knows this place. There would better be a good reason for calling us here like this. Yeah, that's what even I'm thinking. Let's find out. And of course, we entered the lab itself. Everyone always says she's some kind of genius. Absolutely brilliant as a Pokémon professor. My mom, that is. But let me tell you, as a parent, she is the worst. All she ever does is work. She never comes home. I don't have a single memory of her ever even playing with me, her own kid. Mabostef's the only one who was there for me, always. So that tells us why he wanted to help Mabostef that much and why he was trying to find the Herba Mystica. Anyway, it's open now. Go on in. I just want to get this over with. I mean, definitely if I was in his place, I would definitely be angry as well. And I do understand how he feels. But of course, we do have to hear what Professor Sada tells us as well. Going inside, it seems like this place has never been opened forever. Because look at the whole dust. I mean, definitely it was locked up. And it seems like a small and cozy place, definitely. Looks pretty cool. Alright, here is Professor Sada. I need your help. Oh, okay. What kind of help does she mean? She needs to really explain. I'm currently at the deepest point of Area 0 in the Great Crater of Paldea. Alright. I've been researching the unique Pokémon here for a very long time. I'm asking the two of you to lend a hand to help carry out the final step of the great Professor Sada's glorious research. Alright. And what might that be? The final step. But there's something we need first. Something that can be found within the lab. What we need is the Scarlet book. Literally the book that Arvin was carrying. Wait, do you mean this book? So you took it from the lab, did you, Arvin? This expedites things. Bring the Scarlet book to the deepest depths of Area 0. I promise that it will be an experience worth treasuring if you come. Okay, so we do get an invitation. I must note, however, that Area 0 is both home to vicious Pokémon and outfitted with powerful cybernetic security systems. It seems to me that you might struggle if the two of you were to enter alone. So we definitely have a chance to invite someone else as well, which is pretty nice. You may take the time to gather some reliable allies before you come, if you feel the need. That's pretty good. I think I do have a couple people in my mind. I'll be awaiting you in the deepest part of Area 0 whenever you arrive. Alright, so that is our next mission, of course. But let's see what Arvin has to say. Area 0. That place is bad news. It was down in Area 0 that Mabustef got wounded in the first place. Down in the Great Crater of Paldea. In all honesty, I would perfectly be happy to never see that place again. It definitely seems like a dangerous place to me as well. Are you gonna go? Of course I'm gonna go. I mean, someone has to go, right? After all, we definitely do have to give her the Scarlet book back. And I'm just wondering if Arvin will agree. I suppose she did ask. Man, I feel bad for this guy. And I just can't stand by and watch when a friend heads into a danger on her own. Well, does it mean he will come with us? So I guess I'm going too. Besides, I would love to give my mom a piece of my mind. Alright then, Dash, outside. We're gonna have a Pokemon battle to see if we are really ready to head into the Area 0 or not. Mostly to see if I'm ready or not. So let's go. Okay. So pretty interesting. Even though Arvin didn't really want to come, I guess he felt that he didn't want to let us go alone. So he's gonna be coming as well. But regarding to the fact that we do have a chance of getting other people to come with us, I wonder if we can ask Nimona to come. Not really sure about that, but if we do go outside, we will be actually challenged by Arvin. I'm pretty sure he has 6 team members and he is gonna be pretty strong at this point. So if you aren't really ready for challenging him, or if you feel like you do want to kind of train up your team members, I would definitely recommend you guys to go ahead and skip this one out. You can probably go ahead and train up your team members, complete the champion assessment, or complete fighting all of the Team Star crew and then come back here. But since I am ready and my team members are at a good level, we are gonna be challenging Arvin himself. So let's go ahead and actually talk to him. Alright, here he is with his Mabustiff. Now you do have a chance to kind of heal up your team members, which I thought we didn't have before. But it's pretty cool that we do get a second chance. So I guess after you have the cutscene completed, you can actually go ahead and ignore him, go to another place and complete your training. In my case, I am gonna be challenging him. It also seems like he is gonna be battling with Mabustiff himself right here. I think personally that's really cool. I'm also really excited to see what kind of team Irwin has. We have seen some of his team members by challenging the 5 Titan Pokemon, but I'm not sure if he's gonna be kind of using the same team members. Anyway, I think we are ready to challenge him. Of course, it seems like Mabustiff did like to battle a lot, which means Irwin might be pretty strong. I'm wondering at what level he might be. Anyway, my point is there's no need to worry. Okay, pretty fine with us. We're a brand new Irwin and Mabustiff, and we feel audacious or maybe herbaceous. Let me give you a taste of what we can do. And there we go, we have been challenged by Irwin. This is the second time we're battling against him. The first time being when we started the game itself, so it's pretty cool. He does start the battle with his Greedent, and it is gonna be around, I think, level 60. After all, we have gone through quite a huge journey, and my team members are around level 64, so we are at a pretty good level as well. Did try taking it down with an armor cannon right here, but it actually survived. I was actually shocked to see it survive the move. I really thought it would go down. I'm surprised that it actually knows a ground type move. Did do a lot of damage on my Armarouge as well. This turn I did go with a flamethrower, and there we go, we have defeated his Greedent. Alright, he is gonna be bringing out his rock type Pokemon up next since I did have Armarouge here. Definitely do have to switch out, and I think I'll go with Meowscarada. It should be able to take it down in one hit. I'm also thinking that maybe my team members are actually ready for the champion assessment as well. But before we go to the champion assessment, I do want to complete the Starfall Street storyline as well, which is kind of the last Team Star fighting crew. So definitely I do want to challenge them before the champion assessment. Once again, just gonna mention this, the last Team Star crew are gonna be pretty strong. Especially it's a fighting type crew, so if you are going to challenge it, I would recommend having at least one flying type Pokemon. Definitely it is easy if you have either a flying type or a psychic type Pokemon in your team, and in my case I think I have both, so I don't really have to worry too much about it. Alright, the next Pokemon that is coming up is actually Scovel, which is a part grass and fire type Pokemon. Pretty unique, and I actually went with Kilowattral here. You can either go with a ground type Pokemon, try using Earthquake, or in my case, go to a flying type Pokemon and try using, I guess, flying type move. I did go with Hurricane right here. It's a new move which Kilowattral actually learned, and as you can see, definitely we were able to take it down. Although it was a crit hit, I'm not sure if it would have survived. Either way, the next Pokemon is actually Toedscruel. Okay, Toedscruel is actually a ground and grass type, and I'm actually trying to see if I can either keep in Kilowattral or switch into another Pokemon. I could go into Baxcalibur, because why not? I do definitely want to use all of my team members in some of these battles, especially since it is a main character battle. Let's see what we can do with our Baxcalibur. Sadly, there are stones all around us, and it is gonna hurt me whenever I do switch into a new team member. But I was lucky that Icicle Crash actually hit, and we were able to take down Toedscruel in one hit. The next Pokemon is Cloyster, so definitely pretty cool. Cloyster is Spite Water and Ice type. I did decide to go with Kilowattral. I think electric type moves should be super effective. And let's see if we can take it down in one hit as well. Here it is. Of course, I think he has one more Pokemon left, but Cloyster right here is at level 59. Pretty cool. I'm gonna go with Discharge. This should be able to take it down. Yup, we were able to one-shot this one as well. Pretty nice. My team members are definitely leveling up. Especially Kilowattral, who is at level 66. I think I'm getting kind of over-leveled at this point, but I think it's pretty fine. Here, Scarlet did learn Leaf Storm, so I went ahead and thought it that move. I think, instead of having you turn Leaf Storm is much better. Last Pokemon that Irwin's gonna have is Mabustiff, which is a purely dark type Pokemon. It also is gonna be terastallizing into a dark type, so if you wanna terastallize your Pokemon, I think this is the best chance. In my case right here, I did switch into my Tinkaton. Fairy type move should be super effective, and I will try and take it down in one hit if I could. Thankfully, my Tinkaton does have own tempo, which means Intimidate does not work on me, so that is pretty good. There you go, he is gonna be terastallizing his Pokemon, and let's see how it looks. I personally like the fact that Dark type, Terra type has its own really cool design. It looks so cool and definitely pretty interesting. There it is. It also has a face that looks like Mabustiff, so definitely quite resembling. Right here, I didn't realize that Mabustiff does have Fire Fang, which by the way is a really good move for it. At this point, I also decided to terastallize my team member. Let me quickly terastallize it and use Flare Up, which should be pretty powerful move at this point, and I think we'll be able to take down Mabustiff in one hit right here. There we go. I'm also personally glad that my Tinkaton actually has a Fairy Terra type and not a Steel Terra type. I mean, Steel Terra type is pretty cool, but I feel like having a Fairy Terra type does have more advantage. Either way, we were easily able to defeat Irwin, and I think this was a pretty fun battle. We did get to kind of meet all of his team members, and I think it was amazing. We were so close, Mabustiff, so close. But Dash, thanks little buddy. Alright, let's see what else he has to say. Dang, this is the strength of someone who could take down those Titan Pokemon, huh? Well, that is kind of true, but even he was there as well, so he is quite powerful. Yeah, much as I hate to admit it, I do think we're gonna need some more support. Okay. The Pokemon in Area 0 are super strong, and there are all sort of weird machines there too. I would say we need at least 2 more people. Somebody with some champion rank level skills, and somebody who could deal with the crazy tech. Okay. I do know 2 people who come to mind. Both Nemona and Penny are here. You can definitely go ahead and select any one of them. In my case, I think I'll go ahead with Nemona for now. But either way, it's gonna be the same response. The student council girl, yeah, she's perfect for this job. But I doubt she would give us the time of the day unless one of us are on her own level. As in champion rank level. But, well, we gotta do what we gotta do. Does this mean Irwin will actually go to champion assessment? Whoever you think could help, just try getting good in with him. Okay. We'll see if we can get a team together. Get in touch if you make progress. I'll do the same. And there we have it. That is kind of going to be our next thing. But for now, Path of Legends is complete. So that is the first of the 3 main storylines, and it was amazing. Well, as you might know, the next thing for us to do before we challenge the champion assessment, which by the way Nemona is waiting for us over there in the Pokemon League building. I think the next thing I want to do is challenge the last Team Star members or the Team Star crew before we go on with the champion assessment. It's kind of at the edge over here, and we do have a Pokemon Center which we do have to reach before we can go over there. Personally, I think the easiest way for me would be going to Glacido Gym and gliding from there. We're of course gonna be at the top over there, and it's gonna be a really good ride gliding down. Also, by the way, there is something I did want to show you guys. Now that we have the ability to kind of climb up these slopes, I think we'll be finally able to reach that place. So let me make my way there first, and then we can try to make our way to the Pokemon Center, which is kind of in an isolated area, and of course see if there are any trainers around. Now in order to make your way there, all you have to do is go ahead and climb up this hill or the mountain right above the Pokemon Center. And of course you do have to make to the top. You'll know it's the top when you see that all around, there is no other mountain that is as height as this. And by the way, this is also one of the 10 sides of Paldea, the highest peak in Paldea apparently. Looking around, you can see everything from here, almost all the different areas. And as far as the map goes, I think we do have to go down through one side. I'm actually looking around to see which side we have to glide down to, and I think it's this one right here. Checking out my map, it seems like this is the area that we do have to go through. Yep, that is the Pokemon Center right there. So let me quickly glide down. Definitely I love gliding down this whole mountain, especially with my Pokemon right here. Even though we weren't able to go too far, I'm able to kind of glide down again. It seems like we're actually coming up a tower. That is pretty nice. I definitely do want to climb that tower. After all, we are so close to getting our Gimmighoul into evolving, so definitely pretty excited about this. Alright, let me quickly climb up this tower right here. And it seems like we are quite close to the next Pokemon Center as well. Talking to the Gimmighoul, I'm gonna be trying to defeat this one. It's actually at level 35, which was quite surprising. I wasn't really expecting it to be so lower in level. But after defeating it, I actually found out that I already had 999 coins. I think it's time for me to go ahead and evolve my Gimmighoul, so let me quickly add it to my team. And of course, in order to evolve it, you just have to level it up one turn. There we go. Finally, my Gimmighoul is evolving. And here we have it, Goldengo. Pretty nice. It's actually a steel and ghost type, which is a really good typing by the way. And I think it's an amazing Pokemon. My Pokemon is actually at level 9, which is pretty nice. And it does have the ability good as gold. I guess it does not get affected by any of the status. That's actually a really nice ability and definitely a really good Pokemon to add to your team. I think I might actually use this one in my next playthrough if I'm able to get it access through the Pokemon Home, of course. I'm gonna kind of explore this area a bit just to see if we can actually use this path to kind of go to where we have to reach. We do have a couple different items around here, and I'm actually wondering if there are any trainers. I'm also able to see the Pokemon Center down, so I'm gonna try and reach over there. Sadly, right here I did slip, but I remembered that I could actually scale up the mountains, and I think that was a really good thing. Or else we would have fallen down the wrong side of the cliff. Either way, it seems like we are here in the Northern Province, Area 1. Of course, this is an area where we have to go through in order to kind of go back and reach the Team Star crew themselves. It seems like this area is actually completely made of cliffs, So definitely quite explorable if you are having the ability to kind of scale these mountains. I'm gonna kind of explore a bit over here, just to make sure that I'm able to see everything and make sure that I do have all of these items. After all, most of the time we do go through these areas only once, and I definitely want to make sure I pick up all of the items before we move on. But by the way, if you did see, that is the Pokemon Center which I did have to reach. Pretty easy to reach since we did glide our way through half of it. Now that we are here, let me talk to the Pokemon Center lady and get my team members healed up. It seems like we do have another NPC right here who is actually gonna ask us to defeat a couple of trainers. This one needs us to defeat 6 trainers, which I think we can. After looking at the map, we do have quite a huge area that we can actually explore for now, and I think I'll go ahead and explore this area today. Maybe in the next episode we'll be challenging the next Team Star crew. Looking around, we do find our first trainer right here. As usual, I'm super excited to defeat this trainer. After all, we only have 6 trainers, and I think I do want to complete defeating all 6 trainers before we end out this episode. So let's see how that goes. Alright, this trainer actually has a crocodile, which is really nice. Thankfully, I do have this one already added to my Pokédex, so I don't really have to worry about it. Right here, I did have to switch out. I actually had my Amrouge up in front. Went ahead with Tinkaton, and it's a really good thing because this Pokemon just used Foul Play. I also have leftovers on Tinkaton, so I'm pretty sure it will heal up automatically after some turns, so not too worried about it. Using Play Rough, I was able to take down the crocodile in one hit, so pretty cool. I'm also not going to be training up my Pokemons after this. I do not want to be too much over leveled. After all, we do have to kind of challenge the champions, so I don't want to be too over leveled for that. Till now, I didn't realize this, but today when I did see the map, there is a part of the map that is kind of fully blocked. So I think we might have a DLC for this game. I kind of feel like it, because why would you block a part of the map and keep the rest of them open for exploration unless you do have a DLC for it? So definitely I think we will have one coming up. You will be able to see the blocked up part right in front of us. You might see that there is a huge cliff. I'll go ahead and try climbing that cliff to see if we can actually climb it, but I think it's gonna be a part of some kind of DLC. Alright, looking around, I'm just trying to see if we do have any trainers, but you might see there is a huge cliff that's actually in front of us, and that is the part that looks like kind of shaded out in the map itself. And we do have a bit of a beach down there, but I'm not going to be going to the beach itself. I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to explore the beach from the ferry crew. That's where you'll be able to actually access it, but for now I won't be doing that. Looking around here, I actually found another small cave. Definitely want to look this one up, so let me go inside. And we have 2 different TMs. Never mind, 3 different TMs. Pretty cool. Wasn't really expecting some really good TMs around here, but this is pretty nice. I think I'll go ahead and teach these moves to my team members at some point. But for now, let me go back to the cliff where we are supposed to go to. Also, going back to the shady area in my map, I'm actually really excited about it. I wonder what we'll have there. I mean, it definitely is sectioned off, and I don't think we can actually climb it. We can try climbing it at some point. But for now, I'll explore this cliff and see if there are any more trainers. After all, we do still need 5 more trainers to kind of defeat as well. And we do have a lot of items, so I'm gonna be picking it up. The area that we are going to actually has 3 more towers, so I wonder if we'll be able to find more Gimmighouls there. But of course, since I did actually evolve mine, I'm not too concerned about it. I'm not trying to find another Gimmigool, so I don't really have to struggle to get more of the Gimmigool coins. But if you are trying to get a second evolution for Gimmigool, I would actually recommend you guys go ahead and spend more time on the ruined areas. You'll be able to have Gimmigools kind of spawning there a lot. So if you do switch in between 2 or 3 of these ruins, I think eventually you'll be able to get 999 coins. But definitely it's gonna be much more trickier. If you do, by the way, have 999 coins in your bag already, I would actually recommend you guys go ahead and immediately evolve your Gimmigool. Otherwise, if you do defeat a Gimmigool, the coins do not, collect. It does not care after you get those coins. So you do have to evolve your Gimmigool before you go ahead and defeat another one. Right here, I am in the lake, which I did just mention. We seem to have 3 more towers around here, and I'm definitely interested to kind of go ahead and explore this place. I also think that there are around 3 trainers here, so definitely do want to battle them. But before that, I actually got distracted right here. I did climb this cliff up, and apparently there are small areas around this cliff which is explorable. Let me quickly explore this cliff and see where it goes. It seems like it's actually going to the place where we are supposed to be. That is the fighting crew base. But of course, I'm not gonna go too close to it because we have like a whole huge area to explore. Right here, I found a Fracture, which is a Pokemon I actually had to catch. I only have Axew and I haven't really evolved it. Definitely want to try and get Haxorus to my Pokedex as well. And I think catching this one was really helpful for it. There we go. Now that we have its data, I think I'm really close to completing my Pokedex. As far as I've seen, there are around, I think, 40 Pokemons left. So I will be able to complete at least 20 of them, but around 20 Pokemons are actually Violet exclusive Pokemons. So for those, I think I do have to wait for a bit more. You can definitely sometime get lucky and get some of those Pokemons through surprise trade. Personally, I definitely want to try that out myself as well. If I do find them, I'll go ahead and let you guys know. But most probably I won't actually find them, and I probably would have to wait until Pokemon Home is introduced so I can actually switch in my Pokemons. You can also kind of trade in with your friends, but I don't think I have anyone to trade right here, so I'm just gonna wait. Here's another Gimmigool I was able to find. And this time, since I did evolve my last Gimmigool, I actually got more coins right here. Also, it seems like we are on a ruins, and I'm actually trying to get the Gimmigool on top of this, but apparently I'm not able to do that. That's okay. I'll actually go down and go back to the lake. After all, that is where we were trying to actually explore. Jumping down the cliff, it seems like we have a lot of items to pick up. Definitely quite useful. I would actually recommend you guys go ahead and pick up some of these items. And it seems like we do have a terrorate den over here as well. Now looking around, it seems like we have this huge wall right here. By the way, this is the map I was talking about. As you can see, the wall is unclimbable, and it is so high that you can't really climb it completely. I did try climbing right here, but apparently I did not climb to where I thought I was. As you can see, I'm not in the shady area anymore. So I think we might have a DLC coming up, that might be the case. Although I think I'm quite happy that I did come here because there are a couple of items that we could only get. Let me quickly pick up these items, and I think we can actually go ahead and head down as well. Looking down here, you can actually see the base. That is actually the fire crew base. At some point, we'll be going through the bamboo forest down there, and I guess going to the base itself. But for now, I'm just gonna be collecting all of these items and gliding down because it's so much fun to glide down. This time, I did glide down right to the lake, and as you can see, we have our next trainer right here. Now, if you did read her dialogue, she does say that there are 3 trainers. They're apparently sisters, and this one is definitely the first one. So she does have a poison dragon type Pokemon right here, which is Dragalge. I really like this Pokemon's design, and I think it's really cool. I was easily able to take it down since I did have Armor Reach up in front. But of course, we have defeated one of the sisters. Well, the only thing left to do is go ahead and climb up this tower and then check out the other towers as well. I'm pretty sure there is a trainer right next to the other 2 towers, so I definitely do want to explore it. The one thing that did surprise me is that there was no Gimmighoul in that tower, so that might be the same case for the others as well. Right here I almost got attacked by a flamingo, which was quite scary by the way. And luckily I was able to climb the second tower as well. On top of this, we have another item which is X defense as well as another Gimmighoul. Now I did skip that trainer right there, so I'll go ahead and come back to challenge her as well. But before that, I definitely do want to look around and pick up the other items. Alright, here is the last tower, and let me talk to this trainer right here, challenge her. And apparently she's actually the eldest. In that case, I think the one we did just challenge would be probably the middle sister. This one actually has a Noivern, which is really cool. I'm a huge fan of dragon type Pokemons, and I am so excited to see 3 dragon tamers right here. Usually whenever I play a game, I really like to kind of have a dragon type Nuzlocke playthrough, and usually I really like those kind of challenges. But for this game, I know I did not use a dragon type Pokemon other than Baxcalibur. I think in the future I might probably do a Nuzlocke challenge for Violet as well. Climbing up this tower, it seems like we do have another level to climb up. So let me climb this one as well. Wonder what we have at the top. Alright, almost there. And we have a Gimmighoul on this one. Pretty nice. Let me go ahead and challenge it. This Gimmighoul is around level 50, and of course I'm able to take it down with a knockoff. Never mind, I thought I could, but of course it did actually survive. That's alright, I'll be able to take it down in the very next hit. So let me go ahead and use knockoff once more and get the remaining of the Gimmighoul coins. There we go. We did get around 50 coins for this one. Not as much as the other one, but still it was pretty fine. Gliding down here, I am gonna challenge this trainer right here as well. And talking to her, she's actually the youngest. So pretty nice. Right here something fishy happened. As you can see, my character is actually standing right next to the trainer. And something happened right here. Of course, Tinkaton is also floating on water, and I am really not sure what's happening. But it did let me battle, and I was able to take her Gouda down in one hit. But this was pretty weird. Usually the game will kind of recalibrate itself and does not do this, so I don't know what happened right here. Either way, we were able to defeat around 4 trainers around here, so this is pretty cool. Alright, Now that we have kind of defeated all of these trainers, I think the only thing left for me is to kind of make my way back to the Pokemon Center. Not really sure if we have any more trainers around here to defeat, but I do have to make my way back. Looking around, I did see a couple different items that I did miss, and the small valley right here. Of course, it seems like we have our next trainer, so let me quickly challenge him. I think this is our 5th trainer for this area, so definitely we do have one more trainer. I look around a bit and make sure that I do not miss him because we do need 6 of them. Alright, this trainer actually has a 50 level Pupitar, which is pretty cool. I think it does level up and evolve to TynamoDash around level 54, so that was pretty close. Let's see which other Pokemon this trainer actually has. The next one is actually Electros. Pretty nice. I personally like this Pokemon. By the way, if you might know, I like Tynamo and its evolution, so definitely really happy to see this one right here. Sadly, I don't really have any way of defeating it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use Leaf Storm. I think it should be able to take it down. There we go. I mean, after all, we are quite higher in level. The last Pokemon this trainer is gonna have is a Slowbro. Alright, that is a Pokemon I am yet to catch. Never mind, I do have this one. Alright, I guess Slowking is the one I was referencing to, which I haven't really seen till now. So I think I'll be able to get it only through trading, so that is pretty sad. But of course, we were able to defeat this trainer. Let me quickly go ahead and climb up this cliff, get the item, and we can move on. Now, I do believe that we have actually explored this part, so I'm not really sure where our last trainer is gonna be. But I do have to be a bit careful, so let me look around. Right here, we do have couple different items to pick up. Here is another TM, which is Energy Ball. Pretty cool. I think personally I don't really need that TM, but either way it's pretty fine. Seems like we are actually back to the Pokemon Center, so we might not have a 6th trainer around here. Maybe for that we do have to move on forward in the other direction and we'll probably get some trainers over there. Talking to him. Okay, never mind. Apparently I did actually defeat 6 trainers and I was able to get the item as well. In the next episode, I'll be going ahead and challenging the Team Star fighting crew. They're quite close to where we are, but we do have a couple different areas to explore, which I think I'll do in the next episode as well. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to support me more, check out the links in my description and I'll see you guys in the next episode.